when you were hearing, the market sentiment coming in from the pits, were you taking contrary trades to what they were saying to try and do the opposite of what they were saying, kind of like piggybacking off of what they were doing?
No, usually it was going with the momentum. You might go through 10 or 15 minutes of listening to the audible coming off the floor, and you started to get a sense of who was buying, who was selling, and who probably had more to buy. Because the guy in the pit in Chicago calling all this was looking at everything around the pit. He was watching the floor brokers, watching the guys at the top of the pit who were getting the phone orders in from the big institutions. He was piecing things together and then relaying them to us. In fact, I went down and visited him when I was in Chicago once, and I was sitting there with him, and it was like 20-1 or 20-1 Pacific time, but it would have been 20-3 Chicago time. So right going into the close. And Lehman Brothers had been a big buyer in the last half hour. And he noticed something really, really subtle. He noticed the floor pit manager, so to speak. He glanced up at the clock. He knew he had about 20. And again, he's speculating, but you're watching all this. And he's like, you watch, there's more orders coming, buy orders. And sure enough, the Lehman Brothers just kept coming in at that time, more and more orders in. So if you're hearing that, and you're looking to go long anyways, you're leaning into that. You're using that to your advantage. I usually didn't try to fade that stuff. I was trying to be with the big guys, not try to go against them.
Sure.